everyone, welcome to Leoguidance time. If this is your first time, and welcome back if you are a returning subscriber. It's always so lovely to have you here. So today's reading is going to be a collective reading. I want you to check about the weekly energies that you might expect from 7 to 10 days ahead. Since you've seen this video, this is going to be a timeless reading. So let's jump into a reading. I'll be starting with the oracle cards, moon order cards. I really love to use them in the weekly readings, and then we're gonna try to get some details with the tarot as well, and some advice at the end for you. So what are the weekly energies collective can expect, Spirit? You are good enough for the full moon in Virgo. I just feel like this is going to be a little bit more like a self-care kind of like a week for you. You might feel a lot more confident, a lot more beautiful, and happy within your skin. Like even if you're tired, you might still even if you're tired or a lot is going on, you might still feel this kind of like a sense of inner peace within yourself. It's nearly like some kind of like a shifting of energies. Maybe you start expressing yourself in a different way. Maybe you're just finding that kind of like inner confidence to do that. So, but in overall, what the message in here is that you are good enough. You start seeing yourself as good enough. This might go into very specific things. You might start seeing yourself as good enough of deserving of all the things that you wanted to receive them. You might be seeing yourself good enough, deserving of to set some boundaries or to say no, or deserving enough to have some proper rest without doing anything, and deserving enough to have your dream life, deserving enough to have your dream relationship. So there is some kind of like beautiful peaceful energy that is going to be surrounding your week that I am feeling it in here. You might be wanting to, like, I'm hearing very specific things. You might just want to book for a spa, whether you're going to go to this week or it's going to an upcoming event. You might want to maybe like try some kind of like a different self-care routines, even like change some of your products, want to try different stuff. It feels quite like a calming energy to start with. Let's see what else. Oh my god. Oh my, that is a lot. Sorry, there were a lot of cards on the floor. I will get this one. Luck is on your side with the new moon in Sagittarius, and the conclusions are within reach. So there might be something on your mind that you want to start taking an action towards, but you might be feeling that it's a little bit of a risky side, because maybe you do not know well, like how things are gonna turn out. You might not be able to like see it or imagine it so in a full sense. You might not have all the resources to see that. Maybe this is something you haven't done before, but in anyways, I feel like you're gonna start seeing some either you're gonna like have that internal encourage, or you're gonna start seeing some bits of like encouragement externally for you to give, and for you to have that internal okay of okay, now I can just do that. So in a way that like you might be seeing some small kind of like external validations for you to feel safe enough to start taking some kind of like an actions towards the thing that's on your mind, even if you might not be able to, know how this is going to unfold. What is this is about? This might be feeling a little bit risky for you in a way that like if you do this thing, I'm not sure what it is. This is like a general reading, but like if you do this, take that risk, it's nearly like you're gonna have to like show the real you. Like no filters, no masks, no societal conditions. It's like who you are in a core energy. You're very close to achieving your whatever this dream of yours is. I nearly want to say, whether this is like to travel to somewhere, to move to a different location, start a project, like the spirit is just like a confirming that you're actually very close to seeing some results regarding that goal of yours, but some adjustments are somehow needed. So you might just start getting bits of epiphanies about what are those adjustments you might need to basically have. Can we get more info on that? Meditate and contemplate. If you're a little bit unsure about how some things can go, or if you're unsure about, if you still have some questions about this thing on your mind, like one message coming like, as a way for you to need to like take it a little bit on the easier side this week. You don't have to be so productive. You don't have to do things all the time. You can just like let yourself dream and let your mind go a little bit like a wonder, so that you can start actually understanding what do you truly want, regardless of all the expectations that might have been put on you even when you were so young, so that you might still feel a little bit conditioned to fulfill them. So this week is mostly like a call for you to roam a little bit free, dream about all the things you might want to do. If there were no limitations, no ifs, no buts, no one or nothing to basically please, what would you actually prefer to do? And they want me to tell you also like there's always like a two sides of this story, or two sides of a medallion. So you might be able to also like see a different side of a story that was on your mind, or you believe that it was the only side, or it was the only fact. Maybe you're gonna hear from someone about someone or something. That is a very generic message, sorry. Or also or I lost the message. Or you might also get like that kind of like epiphany energy. You might also get some kind of like a different idea or a different perspective towards a situation that was on your hand. And if you have been feeling stuck about it, you might start seeing that from a different perspective as well. This is kind of feeling like a week that you should not be making like very like a first hand decisions so fast, because there is a lot more than just a cover of the book. You might be able to like get more insights and ideas about a situation later on this week or in the upcoming weeks, then initially you thought that it was the truth. I'm sorry if I'm a little bit tired. I'm sorry if it is a little bit like on the wake side of the messages, but in overall, I'll get one more card and quickly going to summarize here as well. Yeah, like the adjustments you need are coming. I feel like there's going to be some kind of like message that's going to be reaching out to you. Nothing is yet set in stone. This is exactly the energy. I was a little bit doubting myself, like, really? But this meditate and contemplate, there's two sides of the story, two sides of the medallion. You might literally like be hear from someone either about a situation that has happened in the past, either about a person. You might start seeing the other side of the story, because like what you thought you knew was the fact is not the end of the story. It's just like a one part. I don't know what that's about, but this is that. And the other message I have been getting is that whatever you want to start, whatever you have been hesitating, or whatever you felt like it was just a little bit stuck for you, this is a lucky week. And the lucky energies around you for you to start taking an action. For some of you, this includes travel. For some of you, this includes changing locations, moving houses entirely, moving to a different country. it is a prominent and important week for you because the energies are aligning. Whatever ideas and epiphanies that you're going to get in this week are actually going to be good ideas, and it's beneficial for you to pursue them. And it's very important for you to give yourself some kind of like a pause time and a break this week. It's time for it to take an action too. This is the second time I'm seeing it, because the actions that you want to take are going to get a lot more clear after you got very much clear on what do you actually want, like besides all these conditionings that has been still running on the backside of your mind without you recognizing it. Can we get more details about this week for the collective spirits? We have Seven of Wands in reverse and Nine of Cups in reverse and Nine of Swords in reverse. There's been some situation that you know that it's not fulfilling you anymore. Like, this feels a little bit more personal. I don't feel like this was necessarily including someone else, but it literally feels like some emotional discontentment regarding an area of your life that has been causing you a little bit of headache, some kind of like anxiety on the background as well. You're already healing this energy. You're already recognizing what that is. You had some kind of like a breakthroughs in the recent past, I feel, and there is some still kind of like a lingering energies you're releasing. There might be still some residual tiredness, some sleep issues. It's just coming to be wrapped up already for you. I feel like this was in regards to some kind of like a belief or some kind of like a situation that you felt defensive towards. I'll get some sip of the tea, sorry. That defensiveness might be in a way that whether this is towards the people in your life, family, friends, or whether this towards your work, whether this towards where you live, it's in a way that there has been some ideas that was nearly solidified for you, thinking that, let's say if it's the job, like, oh, I do not like this, I'm always anxious, what if something goes wrong? Or if it's just about a person, there is usually assuming like what is wrong, or like assuming that they might not have the best intentions at heart for you. Or if that's about a place that you live, it's like, oh, this place is always like gloomy or rainy, or this place is not safe, or I do not like this neighborhood. So I feel like there was some kind of like a very solid ideas that has been running on the backside of your mind that you really believed in them, because there were many truths. There were many facts to back them up. But I'm not saying that they are not true. They were true. There's your reality. However, that created a lot of discontentment for you. And at a point about some kind of like anxiety, something might have peaked a little bit in the recent past. And the last, I don't know, maximum the last 9 weeks, but it's just even like shorter than that. Last couple of months might be something might have peaked about this thing that was giving you this discomfort. So it peaked because it's time for it to release that energy, because something new is going to come into your life, so that you won't need to even like put your energy onto this defensiveness. So yeah, there's some kind of like a judgment call is happening in your life by the divine right now. What is that, spirit? What is that for this week? Why are we having this message for the week right now? You're gonna have some shift of perspective when it comes to your life, when it comes to how you see some events. You're not gonna feel this gloomy energy anymore. The things are starting shifting from this week. You're gonna feel a lot more hopeful. You're gonna start having a lot lighter energies about the same things that was causing anxiety without even seeing the external changes in your life in regards to that one. Some other areas of your life might be lightening them, and it might be having this like a positive impact on your perspective, even when it comes to the situation as well. Justice in the reverse and Knight of Wands. this comes as like a cautionary message. This comes in a way that, like, don't feel a rush to make any decisions this week, especially if you feel like something is not fair, something like, either like if this is about the job, if you're not fairly compensated and you have to work so much, you don't feel like you're recognized, don't make any like like a rush decisions. If that's about a relationship, you feel like you're not recognizing and you're just giving it more and it's not equal give and take, don't make any rash moves. And if this is about a place that you don't want to live anymore, whatever is that, now do not just yet, like, resign a contract, or just like tell your landlord, or like sell the house or whatever. So do not yet book the tickets. Whatever is that, there is something more, like you might feel the surge of energy if you really want to do a change, because like you might be feeling that there's something new is coming, but not yet. Like there needs to be a little bit more time to planning, because your energy might not be so grounded. Like the energy might be rising up, like building up in a more positive sense for you this week, but it's not yet grounded, because in order for it to get grounded, what I mean is that you're gonna like this, like a new burst and a surge of energy and peace is gonna start feeling like your new normal. Hence it's gonna be grounded in your reality as well, but now it's quite a new thing for you. There might be an extra excitement towards this newness, instead of making it feel like it's normal. So whatever you might want to take an action towards might not be so grounded if you do it at this time, is what I try to mean. Is there some more clarity around that? Ace of Swords in reverse. There's something you don't know yet. There is something you don't know yet. If you feel like you have many options and you cannot yet be decide on it, if this is many job opportunities, if this is many passions you might want to pursue from, if this is many different opportunities about like where to move, where to live, like what job to take, like what apartment to have, like what kind of like a person you want in your life, etc. There is something you don't know yet, and you don't need to do anything for it to get clear for you. You just need to like really rest and trust that you're gonna have the answer very soon. Like remember, you're very close to achieving your goal and nothing is yet set in stone. The answers you need are definitely coming. You're gonna have this information. This is just like this communication I was mentioning with this fake card. There's something you don't know yet, and that information is gonna come to you probably by someone else, and that's gonna help you to make a decision. What's the Ace of Swords? Knight of Swords in reverse and Four of Pentacles in reverse. This information, whatever is that, might come quite quickly. It might come in a way of like a sudden burst. It might even come as unplanned from the source, because the source might have decided to, like change their ways, or like leave something behind that they have been holding on to for so long, and whatever they have been holding on to, it is very much rooted in their physical reality, whether this is their job, place, or a very rooted relationship, the location. Like it's a very rooted thing for them, and there might be some quite like a sudden shifts happening in regards to that. Also, I'm hearing that someone might come to you to ask for help. This might be in regards to that one too. Yeah, like whatever you feel confused about, you're gonna have some answers, and that's gonna get clear for you. You're gonna be able to make a decision a lot more easier, and whatever information you're gonna have is gonna change your perspective for good. Let's get some advice message for you to wrap up this reading. What advice does collective need to know about this week? What advice do they need to keep on mind in regards to this week? Oh, okay, we have one. Loyal heart. I feel like I want to have one more. You have trusted people around you that you can ask for help, is one message coming. Building blocks. This is the time for you to observe at the moment. The answers you need are coming, trust me. You don't need to find the answers at the moment within you yet. And the deep knowing. Okay, we have plenty, but I just want to read the loyal heart effort. Oh my god, it's just here. So, Oracle message says that the evidence of loyalty will appear in your life. Others will prove they are faithful to you, and you will in turn commit fully to them. There is a sure and abiding certainty in your heart, knowing that Spirit is always loyal to you. No matter the outer circumstances in your life, trust and have faith, for you are eternally loved and divinely protected and divinely directed. Like the information that you're gonna have this week, it's gonna prove to you that you are protected. You have been protected all at this time. So it can like change your perspective and lighten your heart up even about the situations that you might not have seen the solid results yet, because that kind of like a trusting feeling might restore your faith. With the building blocks, something is steadily just moving in your life, and you're going to start seeing the results of something you have been building, but you haven't seen the results yet. So the Oracle Master says that you have everything you need to cultivate an extraordinary life. I feel like you needed to hear this message. This is a time when your focus needs to be on the foundations you build upon. Your work, your relationships, and your very being are underwritten by your values, ethics, morals, and core beliefs. Are they still true for you? Will they stand the test of time and serve as a solid grounding upon which you construct your life? Now you're making changes that will affect everything in a positive way. Your destiny is a truly remarkable and beautiful design. You are making big decisions. Like your life is really changing. It's like a beautiful one of the turning points, and that change is starting with an internal change. Actually, that external change is starting with an internal change this month. This month for you. And the deep knowing card, this is something you truly do know, actually deep within your heart. So this is coming as a confirmation for you to do not doubt what you actually know. So the card says that intuition is the faculty that allows you to enter into a dialogue with the source, the consciousness that you are a part of but cannot see with the naked eye. It's perplexing that people are taught to ignore this natural capacity to navigate their journeys to access their inner guidance. Know that you have an ability to read between the lines and find all the truth that was missing when the story was told. This deep knowing allows you to open the door to the wisdom far greater than what's available in the limitations of human experience. You are given the information that may make no sense whatsoever to the logical mind or five senses, but which is 100% correct and true. The trick is to listen and then to act accordingly. You are now invited into the sacred dialogue of deep knowing, so tune in and trust your vibes, they will be right. And you will receive answers from unusual sources. You're gonna have unexpected answers too, and these unusual sources might include that one as well. But these are all the messages I have for you for this week. I have for you, and believe me, beautiful things start unfolding in your life. It's all starting with internal changes, and the energies around you, especially starting with this week, is so beautiful, so potent, and so lucky for you. But I hope that this reading was just resonating for you. I hope that it helped you. If you liked the reading, please give it a thumbs up. It really just helped me. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can find my email address in the description box below with the details. But I'm really wishing you an amazing rest of your week, and I really do hope to see you next time. Until then, take care of yourselves and bye bye.